fish nose on there.
Okay.
So we are doing Star Wars stuff today, getting ready for May 4th, coming up just a couple weeks away. So I already have one question thrown in the chat there for you guys. Who would win in a fight, a clan of Jawas or a pack of Ewoks? So, Tater. Hello, everyone. All right, so I am working with clay today, using the monster clay that Bruce used. I'll show you. Out the figurehead, and I will be doing all the detail work today. So this is where I'm at as of now. I've roughed out the head. Any guess on who it is? Anyone guess?
I know. Anyone in the chat can figure it out?
It's also a little face heavy, so I have to be careful. But all right, so I go heat up my clay because this clay is heat softened. Stender is going to go over her coming up shows, and yes, it is Yoda. All right, so I'm gonna go warm this up, and you guys can hear about what shows are coming up. I will be back in a moment.
Okay, guys, so I'm gonna switch over and bring up this. Okay, and then to the would you rather, girl mode says, to answer the question in the chat, I think Ewoks. And the question in the chat was, who wins in a fight, clan of Jawas or a pack of Ewok raiders? You guys can also put your thoughts in the chat below, and I will get to them as I'm talking about the upcoming shows, which this weekend is SAC Anime Roseville, which, we're going to have lots of celebrity guests there. It's a 2-day event, my bad. Saturday and Sunday. Or 3 days. I'm confused myself. So yeah, it's 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you guys can get out there, get out there. We will be there Saturday and Sunday. And Sunday, of course, maybe Friday, as I'm being told off screen. Definitely Sunday though. Look for Reptar and BMO because they're going to be passing out some Easter treats, okay? And let's get back to over here. Oh, everyone's going Ewok. Ewoks. They help take down the stormtroopers with rocks and sticks. You can never go wrong with a good rock or stick. And
Jawas have guns.
True, they do.
Jawas have guns. They have blasters.
Well, Tyler's also saying Ewoks too. And girl mode, she is going to be there Sunday. So yes, look out for us on Sunday. We're going to pass out all the eggs, or as many as we can. We have 200 eggs. So everyone come and say hi. Officially be at SAC Anime on Sunday. Are you going to bring the little Rugrats with you or not? That is the question. Because we take our Rugrat everywhere. So after that weekend, we have another event, which is Sac Toy Con, which is Saturday, Sunday. There's going to be a lot of mainly toy vendors. There's also other creative vendors. There's comic book writers and illustrators, voice actors going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Sat Geeks is going to be there, which is kind of the main reason why at least I'm going to be there. So I help run the table there because, it's Sat Geeks. Say what? We know you're not going to be there because you're in another country in a totally different time zone, which I hope you're having fun out there. Let us know later when you come back, and be safe while you're there, and have a safe trip home. So yes, the SAC Anime Toy Con is the following weekend after this one, and then if you're not in the Northern California area, you're kind of in the southern Fresno area, Pete Salazar is having a weekend blender out in Clovis that same weekend. So it's going to be also a lot of other fun celebrity guests and new vendors. If you aren't familiar with a lot of them, we haven't been able to go down to one of those before. So when we do, we're going to look forward to it. We're not going to be able to go to that one because we will be at Sac Toy Con, but eventually we will be going down to one of his events down there in that area. And that is all the events that I have really for the month of April. And pretty soon we will be talking more about other events coming up, like May the 4th. I only know of a couple events right now because everyone's so focused on Sac Anime Roseville and stuff like that. So I know there's some stuff happening out here on both days, different companies doing different stuff. Like there is going to be a Star Wars open cockpit at the Astro Museum, and that is on Saturday, May 3rd.
That weekend blender isn't.
Huh?
That weekend blender, is that the one that? What's the guess for that one? Do we know yet?
No, because I mainly see him cite the celebrities for the one in May, so I don't know the one for this one.
Okay,
that's gonna happen.
May is the one with Lou, right?
Yes, the big one, OmegaCon, the day before Mother's Day, is the one with Lou Ferrigno, and they'll have the Star Wars themed bar going on there. That much I know. So I think we'll.
And you'll probably see this costume there.
Yeah, it's a good chance you guys will. But also, I know we got to keep an eye out for JLA Comics and also Comics and Collectibles. There are two great comic shops in the Sacramento area that are going to be hosting some sort of May the 4th events for Free Comic Book Day. So we will keep you guys posted on those as well for both, because I know Comics and Collectibles, Sat Geeks is partnering up with them for that one. JLA Comics, for some of you who know, we were there to do the holiday cosplay meetup there. So we kind of talk to them, hang out, and pass out flyers there too. So I knew they were talking about having something going on, probably some outside booths and stuff like that too. So more information on that when it becomes available. And Say Wong, our would you rather is who would win, a clan of Ewoks or a bunch
clan
of
Jawas or a.
There it is. Who wins in a fight, a clan of Jawas or a pack of Ewok raiders? Say Wong, you're the only one in the chat who hasn't said, so go ahead and give us your answer, please, sir. Anyone else in the chat that hasn't, please go ahead and put your comments in the chat as well. Like to hear. So far, everyone else is saying Ewoks, so let's see if anyone else has a rebuttal.
I'd say Jawas. I'd say
Jawas.
I think guns, they have access to freaking all kinds of stuff, and they literally eat freaking creatures' eggs and stuff like that. So.
I think that's where Sewon was. He said Jawas because of modern weapons. So, hey, Easy Money. Easy Money. Well, who would win in a fight? A clan of Jawas or a pack of Ewok raiders? I'm asking everybody just so we can have a good feel of how everyone thinks. And I'm going to eat a chocolate marshmallow egg. They're my favorite snack from Easter.
Okay, so Yoda has big lips right now. And it looks kind of funny. But it's because I have to make this like Albert Einstein mustache look on him. Oh, shoot. And then he has way more notes than I remember him having.
Way more what?
Maybe nose.
Oh.
So I think I need to do this.
Okay, while he's doing that, I also have a Mad Lib. It's not Star Wars themed because I didn't have enough time to actually get one. Oh, Easy Money says Jawas because they're crafty and can hotwire a beater car and turn it into a Mad Max style death racer. Also, Utini. All right. So the Mad Lib I have is just called Behind the Scenes. It's very general. The first thing, I need 2 adjectives. Sacramento Deadpool. Yoda got Botox in his lips. Okay. So who can give me 2 adjectives? I know Phil and James are not in the chat as far as I can tell.
So with paraffin clays, which this is a paraffin clay, you build it off and then you remove it while it's cold because it'll work like normal clay when it's cold. But when it's hot, it's a really soft material and you can build it up super fast. And so you build it up extra hardy and then shave away from that. Kind of the goal here is I want to make this a mask that is as thin as possible for his face, but yet thick enough that it'll be durable.
Okay, I got my 2 adjectives. I need
for
a
anyone
verb.
that doesn't know, Yoda is based on 2 people.
Oh.
It's a combination of 2 people. One, the voice actor of Yoda, is where he gets his base shape of his head from. And then the lips and the hair and the wrinkles all come from Albert Einstein.
So while Jeff was saying that in the chat, I put that I need a verb ending in ing and a place. And another adjective. Just keep a list of adjectives handy, you guys. The Bat Cave. Okay, that's a good place. He thought Ralph McGuire was the inspiration for Yoda.
Not remember the voice actor's name.
Okay, guys, I need 2 plural nouns and a verb. Okay, so there's another verb, chewy. So I need 2 plural nouns. Because it's plural noun. Oh, and an adjective. Wait, chewy is the adjective. I still need a verb. Ralph was the production designer on Empire. Feet. What's feet? Feet is not a plural noun. Well, yeah, it is. Okay, I need another plural noun and a verb. Come on, kids. Yeah, we're back in school. Also, while you guys are thinking, think about how you can share this video and get us 20 more subscribers. That way we can get to 100, and then you guys can have a chance to get in the raffle to win
Okay,
this.
that's what it was.
3D printed.
So I pulled it up. It started out as Freeborn, and it's a mixture of Status Freeborn and Albert Einstein.
Seagulls.
Freeborn. He looks very much like Yoda, as you can see on the screen.
You can kind of see it from this distance. I need a verb now, Tyler. Now that rumor seems like something for distance nerding, and we're not distance nerding.
Beans?
But it's a pretty good rumor.
Who slipped on their beans?
Apparently Tyler did, because he didn't hear me say I need a verb. Ask.
That was actually part of their show yesterday. They talked about that.
Yeah. You should, Easy Money, you should watch Distance Nerding. That way you could be more in the loop. Verb, avoid. Let's see. Let's see the other page. Let's see. I'll use avoid for the next verb that's on here. And now I need a plural body part. Sing. I'll use that for the other adjective. Sing. No, wait. That's a verb. You're making me mess up, Tyler. So I need a body part that's plural and then another body part. So toes. I'll take toes. Phalanges. What's phalanges? Your phalanges? Or I'll use phalange for just the one body part? Is that okay?
Flange ain't a body part, but it's the noun.
Oh, wait. I can use that for plural noun.
Yeah, I think that's what that was for.
Well, now I need a single body part.
He kind of
Well, it's another name for fingers. Okay. I need a silly word and an adjective and one body part. I'll use. Yes, I was at the Mad Hatter Tea Party. Where were you? Nose. Okay, I'll use nose for the one body part. So I need a silly word and an adjective. You know, we love them adjectives.
wrinkly ass dude. All right.
And Tyler, why didn't you go to
I
the
got
tea party?
blend.
Why do you guys love putting in supercalifragilistic?
In smaller.
Okay, so I still need an adjective, and I can read this thing.
That's
Obedient.
an adjective.
Okay, I got obedient. Long biscuit. Is that your reason for not being at the tea party? Or what do you mean by that, Tyler?
No,
Scary.
I think he was trying to say lung butter, but couldn't remember it properly.
Well, he is Tyler. So with
I
that
think that's
being
what
said,
that was.
I got all the. Oh, I needed a funny word. I already got supercalifragilistic. I already wrote it down. Well, I abbreviated it and knew what it was. So
Yeah, I think
it's not
he was
Debbie, but
going
hey,
for
we're not
that
sponsored.
gag reflex.
Shut up.
Mine's gone.
Giggity is a funny word. Well, next time I need a funny word, say that one. Or limp biscuit. Okay. Ooh, pink. Yeah, pink monster.
Be quicker next time.
Yeah. Okay. Now, story time at Miss Sandra, kids. The Mad Lib called behind the scenes. Putting on the news might look easy, but it takes a lot of furry work. Go behind the scenes and you'll see dozens of long workers swimming in every direction. Reporters run back and forth between the studio and locations all around the Batcave to cover jump stories and interview feet. They are joined by videographers who operate handheld seagulls to capture all the action. The anchors are people who ask behind the news desk and read the stories during the newscast. They have to look chewy on air so they can often be found getting makeup applied to their toes. The director tells everyone where and when to avoid. It's easy to spot a director because he wears a headset on his nose and yells things like camera 2 and out to commercial and supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. A newscast is live television, so if you make an obedient mistake, everyone watching at home with their phalanges will know. So there you go, kids. There's the Mad Lib for this week. Next week's build theme is also Star Wars, so I'll have some Star Wars ones for you guys. I'm glad. Thank you. I know I messed up a little bit, but thank you, girl mode. Whose birthday are you getting things for? It better be my boy. Because I know you have the list. Technically, it's the technical director or producer. Well, it's a Mad Lib that most likely is from the 90s. What can I say? Your cousin's kid. All right, I'll let it go. So as I was saying before, guys, if you share and also thumbs up the streams, that way we can get a little more out there in the YouTube verse. But we need to get 100 subscribers so you guys can have the chance to win this lovely 3D printed D&D hammer, which comes with, let's see if I can get it to open. Oh, a full set of dice. These dice are, I believe, stone. I don't remember what kind of stone they're made out of, but they are very, very nice. So, guys, spread the word, share, like, subscribe, get us to 100 subscribe, get us to 100, and the show that comes on after we reach that 100, we will do the raffle to get this. And since most of you guys are local, we can meet up to deliver. If we have to ship it, we will ship. Yes, they are fairly heavy. And also these colors can switch out. They screw out. And you can change them to whatever color they want. There is more. There are more in here. Oh, there's a special way this goes
There's
back in.
blue, silver, red, green, and kind of a BMO blue teal Perry color.
Oh, I was screen throwing. Yeah, they're hidden in this part here, all the extra ones. So if I so this opens up too, and it has, I don't want to spill them all, but it has all the other ones, so you can switch them out.
Then you did it wrong because you want to keep them all in the face.
Okay. So it's just trying to show that, and then I will switch them over so I can put it back together.
They have to be stacked in the face just right, or they don't fit.
Oh. Technical errors. I will fix it later. But if you guys saw, we were dancing with it last night on Distance Nerding too, when we were talking about my said tea party. They are made from kidney stones. I didn't know that. Did you and Jeff forge them together and create them? How did you get the kidney stones? Sounds like a lot of work. Was that what you were really doing when you were sick? Let's see if I can get it. Oh, I got it. There it goes. Beautiful. I did it. Oh, and this point, man, can really take an eye out.
Picking Yoda's nose.
You're what about Yoda? You're singing.
Picking Yoda's nose.
Yeah.
I'm picking Yoda's nose.
You're picking our son's nose. That's his face.
They're deep enough I can actually make them breathe holes.
Sacramento, but we gathered all the kidney stones from my mom and put them in the forge and, and made the dice. That took a lot of magic, I'm sure. Oh my god. Okay, if you guys make me snort, you have to let Phil know that he missed it. Because I don't know where he is. Probably working. No, it wasn't officially a snort. I said, if you make me snort. So you have to try a little harder. Like, think Jackie Monday night. Will do. Of course, Tyler. I wasn't talking to you, but okay. You can try. You can try. I don't think Tyler ever has. Yeah. Well, I think actually you heard me snort at the tea party, but the guys love to try to get me to do it like every time they see me. So when we're gone on the weekends to Colossus Girl events, it's constantly nonstop.
Bunch of Taco Bear.
Yeah, but see, when you mention it, it's not as funny. And yeah, Sacramento Deadpool was there. I almost died, but there's been other times before you. Huh? Okay, but yeah, there's been other times before you started coming, Sacramento Deadpool, where I have fallen onto the floor at my house laughing. I can't remember who made me laugh that time, but there's been a time. I'm sorry you feel there's gonna be other times when we can all get together and you can watch me die of laughter. It's been an ongoing thing. Okay, but see, Tyler, you didn't do that. That was my child doing something to you. Okay? So that was more of Bruce than you. No one wants me to die either, but I don't legitimately die. It's near death. Near. Just very close. Very close. Okay, yes, Tyler, your reaction was funny of my kid doing something to you accidentally. But still, his action made you react. So it's still him who put the chain of action in motion. And now I'm going to have a serious face the rest of the time. And we have in like an hour. And the monster's going to start hitting soon. And then I won't know what the hell I'm doing. What was that?
Me focusing. So I'm trying to figure out. So I'm using this image on my phone.
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out the lip setup and the nose setup. That's what I'm focusing on right now.
Oh, because I heard some weird noises and I was like, what are you doing? Do I have to go personally investigate on the other side of the house?
I'm just whistling and tapping.
Okay. Ooh, lots of people are sending hearts. I love it.
Also, if you don't mind, like, it's somewhere down there.
Yeah, when you guys are not in the chat, go hit that thumbs up button. Because that helps us. And eventually, if this thing really kicks off, we can, I don't know, get some stuff off of it. But that I think that's going to be a further down the road, if anything. Let's see. Yes, it helps the algorithm so we can get noticed more. Yes, that is very, very true. Helps the algorithm.
And the more we get noticed, the quicker you get goodies and raffles.
Yeah, the quicker we get them subs, the quicker you guys can win awesome, fun stuff. A couple of you have actually seen it in person. Now, would you want to have it? Get those subs. Get those subs.
You can also take all the stuff out of the face side hammer and just have your dice in there, and then be able to put your minifig for your character inside that little hammer part, and just take that over to your D&D game.
Yeah.
So if you had something like this little guy, you throw him in the front there where all the side screws are, and just leave your extra side screws at home. Take your dice and your hammer with you to your game. Especially if you're one of those people that dress up.
Oh, my arthritis. I thought Load Icon was 2 days, and I think last night they said it was 1 day.
Load I do believe it normally was 1. Next one might be 2.
Yeah, that's right. I thought it was.
Unfortunately,
okay. It is only 1 day. It's only on Saturday.
Yeah.
Which is okay. I mean, we're gonna be.
Unfortunately,
we're gonna be at OmegaCon, so.
They always seem to have something flashing for that. Because when we did the stop by for Rocky, I think it was Rocky. Was the Rocky or Austin?
Austin. It was Austin St. John.
Stopped by for Austin to get that signature, and then flew way down there. Like they seem to like to line shows up with each other.
Yeah, it's like you have to choose, basically. Which makes me wonder which one Cindy's really going to do. She's going to skip Load Icon and do Omega? Yeah, ask her, I guess. Because she was the one supposedly going to get cosplayers for Omega. Haven't heard anything.
But she also runs a cosplay show at Load Cons.
Yeah. That's why I'm going to ask her. I got to ask her later. I'm going to make a note. Because you guys, if for those of you who don't really like go to Comic-Cons a lot or stuff, or you're just getting into it, eventually you have to like pick and choose which events you're going to go to for certain weekends and stuff.
Build his chin up.
Especially if you get more involved in like being featured people and stuff, you have to figure out your time and can you do this or that or make things work? Because it's only, not everyone gets paid for it, but it does take it is like a job. And you got to work stuff out and figure out what works for your schedule and which way would go better for you.
And sometimes you're doing insane things, like Jackie last weekend.
Oh yeah, Pepper Jack was featured at 2 events same day. She's featured at VacaCon during the day, and then she raced down over here to Sacramento to be featured at our tea party. Okay, you're gonna plan go to CarrierCon next year. I think we've been talking about trying to go to that one because that's another popular one too. So, and it's a weekend in the Bay. We might need to double up on something, depending on when they do it again.
Who out there?
Huh?
Here's a question for you guys. What is everyone's dream con to get to?
Ooh, what is your
if
dream
you could
convention?
get to a con, what is your dream con besides San Diego Comic Con? Because everyone wants to go to San Diego at least. So besides San Diego, what would be your dream con to get to? Like me personally, Dragon Con did look dope as hell. But me personally, I want to get to Monster. I'm a major horror guy, and I love stuff like this, making all these weird masks and stuff. So Monster Palooza just has so much appeal to me because it has all the horror movie people I love. Plus, at the same time, you get people like freaking the people that made the makeups for things like Teen Wolf and stuff. Oh, Dragon and New York Comic Con. So I still have I haven't got to the detail stage, but I have his tip of his nose and his upper lip roughed in. So then there's the reference I'm using. And we're starting to get some dimension lines in there for the lip. And we have that little bulbous, weird nose. I have a feeling once I build his chin, his bottom lip here, and get his brow done, like I get the chin and the upper nose brow roughed in, it'll come in a lot closer to Yoda. That night, it looks like I might have to add some eyelids on this thing because there's not enough eyelid there. His eyes are way too open right now. It kind of looks like a weird troll. Which I think what I'm going to do is for this section, I need to knock this section down in the middle here. And then I'm going to make pads, little thin pads of clay, and the whole like brow upper, like in between his eyes going up onto the top of his head are like little pad looking pieces. So I think I'm just going to make little sections and then blend them in, lay them all on there, and then blend in the edges to give it that look. The bridge of his nose is not that far off. Just need to once I bring the eyelids on, it should fatten up across there. I should just be able to drop a piece of flat in there. Definitely need to shave his brow down area. About there. About there. Get rid of some of this monobrow. So there are different tools for working with clay. These are not necessarily tools. You don't need good tools to start with. Maybe on, but these are just some cheap Amazon ones. I want to slowly upgrade my stuff, but this is teaching me, like, get a set of Amazon ones. Look at what tools you actually use, and buy nice versions of those. Like, don't just go buy the expensive tools right off the bat, because there's some things I found like. Like, I really like these metal ball ones, but I hate these plastic ball ones. So, and these ones actually work really good, so I don't even need to upgrade these. These cheap ones are perfectly good for what I do with them. So, like, I can stick with my cheap set, and that set will work for me. But there's other things that I use, like my hoop tools. I got the round edged square and circle. These are really cheap ones, and I can feel it not like trying to pull itself apart. And then that's a flat edge one. That's one I was just using to cut the brow out. And I could feel them. Like, they are super cheap. They feel super cheap. So yes, I will upgrade this tool at some point. And like, you can even see with this one, like, that's not supposed to do that. It is a cheap version of it. I will eventually upgrade the tool because I use this tool a lot. So yeah, just start out with the cheap ones, and then once you figure out what you actually use, what you don't, and what you like I like this thing. This thing's useless to me. This little wood knife. This thing sucks. I've used it like 2 times. Never been happy with it. This one's better, but still kind of sucks. The only time this is useful is if you have something underneath that you're trying not to damage. I'd much rather use the plastic knife. And this one's a dollar store one, I do believe.
So, and guys, if you want to help with upgrading, I'm gonna put our link tree in there, and you can go through there and donate.
Also, there's cool things like these. So this thing is a texture tool. If you're watching Bruce, that was the one that he was using to add taste buds. And you can drag it, you can push it, and you get all kinds of cool textures out of it. That one's actually not a bad one, but I don't use it super often. But if I do start using it, I'll go out and buy a set of those. But yeah, just start with something cheap like this, and then work your way up. Like, I don't want to upgrade silicone tools because I don't really use them. But I would like upgrade it of some of these guys, but not all of them. It's just all one of those things. What do you actually use? Do you not use when you are sculpting? You have to find your balance.
So yeah, what I was saying, guys, and I already put it in the chat. If you want to help us upgrade said materials and whatnot, you can click on our link tree. There's a Venmo there, and you can donate to the Venmo. You don't have to, but you can if you want to. So since that's coming up, what else is going on in the cosplay world right now? I don't know.
There's about to be a new Star Wars on out there. I know that. Because the next season of Andor is coming out soon.
Oh yeah, the guys were talking about that last night.
Yes, they were. Which Andor is not my favorite of the newer Star Wars shows, but it is a good show. I'm more the shoot 'em up type Star Wars fan.
Mm-hmm.
I like when it goes Western or samurai type flick, and that one's not really that. So I'm more like Mando or Boba Fett type fan. So, but I mean, all this, as long as it's a good story, it's worth watching.
Hmm?
Also, this type of clay, which this is Monster Clay Medium. You can buy this stuff on like Amazon or all over the internet. This stuff will dry out. You can leave. I left this thing sitting on the counter all night, and it's perfectly fine. You can leave it for a year, and it'll still be fine. Somewhere around here, actually, there is One Eye Willie, which is somewhere around, or I think in that box over there, and he's been made for a couple months now, and he's perfectly fine. So, but let's see. I think we need to give him some chin.
Oh.
So you can microwave this clay and it gets soft, but also if you just work it, the friction of the clay moves, soften it up from the aesthetic itself. So there's, if you don't have access to heat, that is another way you can do it. Also, you can use something like heat, like one of these, or even the pistol style.
Mm-hmm.
And that works really well to soften it up as well. But personally, I typically just throw the bin into the microwave. If I wasn't grabbing more than just this little ball, I would totally throw the whole thing in the microwave. It'll soften up. More work time with it. But I'm just trying to build up enough to give Yoda a chin.
So I hope that little tutorial on clay tools and stuff helped anyone out there who has been modeling or wants to get into modeling with clay to know how to start or where to start off.
Well, when I'm done, this will become a silicone mask.
Yeah.
So if you want to, like, even if you want to make like custom prosthetic for your arm or something, you can sculpt it out of this clay. You cast it in silicone or plastic, whatever, and then you can mold out of that. To make sure you find out all your safeties, features, and stuff like that. Because I mean, if you're casting in something like resin is horrible for your respiratory. Make sure you're insulated, you have your on, you have all that fun. But there's other ones that are less bad for you. Things such as silicone. But if you make it like this one, if I'm going to do it with a silicone life cast style coating. So when I go to cast the actual mask out of a silicone mold, I have to make sure I spray mold release on there. Otherwise, it will become one lump. There's a lot of little things that you got to make sure you watch out for. And I do plan on starting to make little small videos that are going to be more course like that. Like, this is how you mix up silicone. This is the safety features. This is basically a quick guide. This is about how long it takes to dry. Blah blah blah. This is what it can do. This is what it can't do. So now he has a weird chin. I don't.
Are you at a focus point, or can you talk for a minute so I can step away for a second?
You're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be back in a moment.
The clay is not the cheapest stuff, but it is this to buy, but it definitely it's something you can keep reusing. I mean, I have probably 20-ish molds that I've molded mostly stuff with this clay. And if you guys have seen the Marvel Zombies, all that was sculpted with this clay. This exact clay. I did not know what I was doing. I just started doing, and I learned as I did it. So, like, if you just don't know what you're doing, so just do it. You'll figure it out. You'll get there. His chin is a little. We give like a Thanos chin. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting more of a Yoda chin out of it. And a lot of things here, you probably noticing I'm doing most of my sculpting with hands. Yes, the tools help, because there are spots you cannot get your hands in, or you need to shave something or something like that. But a lot of this you can just do with your hands. You clean up afterwards with a sponge or a tool or something to get all the little fingerprints out of it. Or something like Yoda. I'll probably just come through with this guy. This is actually a dollar store eraser that has a bunch of texture to it. So you can take something like this smooth piece of clay here. You see, it's really smooth. And then you just press on it with the eraser a couple times. You get all this lovely texture. You can get all that lovely texture in there. So, this is literally a dollar store eraser. I use this on one of my other sculptures, and I need it to get somewhere tight, but because it's a dollar eraser, I don't mind cutting a little piece off and making myself a skinning tool. Just because it's not meant for the job doesn't mean you can't use it for that. I mean, this tray right here is actually a little paint roller tray, but Yoda kept rolling around. I didn't want to destroy the back of his ear on this sheet, so we have this lovely little pink tray. And I will just do the back of his head last and do touch up back there. So, what time are we at? 6:30. We have about a half hour left, guys. But yeah, this stuff is the stuff I use. It's called Monster Clay. I use medium. Most people use medium. Soft is really, really soft and is like, barely bump it and it dents. Super hard to keep in shape when you're trying to do stuff. And the hard, you have to keep it warm to even work with it. Otherwise, it gets kind of brittle and breaky. So it does not like to cooperate at that point. Well, while we have the big screen, I guess I'll show you guys what we have. We're starting to get somewhat of the Yoda face. We have his chin roughed in. You need to do something with this lip. Right now he has like a fat lip thing going on. It looks like he got busted in the face. His top lip kind of sculpted, roughed in. I got the bulbous nose. He has holes to breathe out of. I started sculpting some of the wrinkles into here. I've knocked the brow down. And I need to peel away some of this stuff up here. And yeah, that's what we've gotten done so far. I will, from here, I'm going to probably shaping out his lip, because in the photo, his lower lip kind of peeks out. So I kind of need to roll that out, which is what I'm going to work on next. Which we are ready. It looks like we might be ready to add you back to stage. You're back. No audio.
Sorry, I didn't want to be noisy while you were talking when I came back.
Yep.
So what'd I miss?
We just went over where we are and what we're doing. And what we're working on now is kind of pulling out the lip, because he kind of looks like he got busted in the face. So he has like a fat lip all on one side. So I'm working on pulling his lip out a little bit, give him more that Yoda curled pucker lip out. And past that, we were talking about going back over the Monster Clay stuff.
And you got that on Amazon, right?
But yeah, it's like, yeah.
Huh?
Pick this
Okay,
stuff
so
up
maybe
on Amazon.
later.
We might have to start an Amazon store and start linking stuff, because I get a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, so I'm like, maybe
I get a lot of this stuff off Amazon.
I'll put the link for it in the description after the show ends.
But like, you can get it from a bunch of places. Like I Monster Clay. There's 2 or 3 brands that similar product on that. A lot of professional use, and then personally, I prefer the Smooth On silicone stuff. And because I use Smooth On to make my molds and all that, I try to buy the Smooth On release and all that, because if you have Smooth On silicone and Smooth On mold maker, you may as well use the release, because all their products are designed to work with their products, and you're going to get the best results. And it's not worth the couple bucks you might save if you might ruin 3 days worth of work.
Yeah, because then you just need to do everything all over again. I realized adjusting my camera.
And you wasted all that silicone.
Yeah. And silicone's expensive, and when you're in a hurry for it, for some reason Amazon wants to deliver it really fucking slow. Like when we were making the hand.
It's even more than that. That was a quantity thing. If I bought 2 of them, I can get it next day. If I bought 3 of them, it was going to be 3 days.
And then it makes sense. But yeah, we have a little Star
Or
Wars
no,
section.
if I buy one, I could about 2 is going to be 3 days, but I needed 3, which was also going to be 3 days. But if I bought one and then I bought one, I could get the first 2 in 2 days, but still the third one would be 3 days, which was it was a weird game, which made even less sense. But whatever.
Yeah, Amazon's weird.
It's
sometimes.
done. It's made. It's shipped, and I'm sure it's been in a film or 2 by now.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would like to know when how to see that film to see like, hey, that's my hand. I wonder if you'd have a credit in there. Which, ooh, you need a text graveyard for cards.
Well, I'm sure he's busy right now.
Yeah, but
And
like,
he is
if
about 25 minutes from his show. Which after this, guys, go watch Graveyard.
yes, go watch Graveyard.
Like right after this, I will be in his chat.
Same, I'll most likely will be too.
I close this down and get all stuff tied up, and then I usually keep working on my project while I watch Graveyard, and I only really see me and sometimes Phil in his chat. So like, come on guys, let's go blow up his chat.
Yeah, even if you just go in and say hi and listen
weird.
the whole time, it's fine. I mean, is all his stuff only really horror based?
A lot of the time, the people he has are actually like movie makers or story. It's a lot of the similar people to like The Build.
Mm. So it's not just horror based.
Type
It's just
stuff.
Yeah. But it's not all horror based, so it's not like they're only going to be
the stuff that is horror based. Yeah, but even the ones that are horror based, a lot of the time are creators. And if you're a maker and a creator, there's information even in zones that are not your zone. I mean, I'm a welder fabricator, but I learn everything that I can because the thing you learn about this may help you with the next thing. Skills are transferable on a lot of things. Skills I've learned this have made me better at doing foam clay. Have made me better even as a welder because it showed me how to give me skills on how to move more precisely because this takes such a tight tolerance and the littlest thing you can ruin your thing. It's made me a better painter because I've learned how to do little tiny detail spots. So something you learn on even something else like this sculpting has nothing to do with paint, but it has taught me to be such a better detail painter. It's just like those little miniatures I busted out earlier for tabletop games. Even if I don't play tabletop games really, but Bruce likes to paint those things, and I kind of want to get a couple and start painting them, or even get a resin printer because I kind of want one anyways, and print up some because just painting that small detail of a level will teach you how to do that. And then when you get something like a mask, him learning how to paint on those has helped him be able to do things like that. That started out this ugly bone color. So
yeah, he did that all by himself with like really no help.
Something, yeah. I showed him little spots, and then he took it over from there. I showed him the technique. He did it. So something small and little that you work on will teach you how to do that skill, and then you can expand that skill more and more. Always look for the commonalities in between things. The whole purpose of this channel, the whole reason I do any of this stuff on the air, rather than just shoving on one piece or thing and building like I did Reptar, is because I want other people to make stuff. I don't want to be the only one out there making cool stuff. I want to see cool stuff. I want y'all making cool stuff. I do know that. So yeah, resin printing, one, is toxic as all it could be, and you have to have freaking ventilation systems and stuff, and then you have to put it in a rinser or rinse it, vapor rinse it, or rinse off the excess resin, and then you have to cure it because most of them are UV based. And yes, there is a bunch of extra steps, but the level of detail you can get out of it is so much higher. So for things like eyeballs, like if Appa, make Appa's eyeballs. If I could print the back of his eye with a resin printer, the pupil and the freaking all the cornea and stuff with a resin printer, and then paint it, and then take a mold and put that behind it, it would have so much depth, so much texture back there. And it's just so much work to get. And you can get the smallest little details like little veins and an eyeball at that point. So things like that. Or Dr. Tam. It'd be great. Okay. Yoda seems to have a little patch spot over on his chin.
Ooh, do we know who's going to be on the build tomorrow night?
I don't.
I don't either.
I'm sure we could find that out.
Yeah. Let's see.
I have not asked him. I know they were talking about doing something fun. So are they even doing a build?
I don't know.
Or are they doing the fun thing Friday? Because I know they were talking about doing, like, don't remember what it was, but doing something fun, like Nerd Jeopardy or whatever it was. Something like that. I don't know if that was Thursday or Friday.
I don't remember. I put a message in the chat, in our other chat, and to see.
On Friday, it might just be me and Bruce if we do end up going to the SAC anime. So it'll probably just be me and Bruce there if you guys see us there. May not even be in costume. Probably just be working freaking fam shirts. How about this one for the chat? If we make merch, do you guys want merch from us? Do you guys want to be able to buy our merch? What would you guys buy? Would you buy shirts or hats? What would you guys buy if we made it?
So first question, do you guys want us to make merch? Second, what kind of merch? And also, Phil answered, Dan Price, an indie comic creator, will be on the bill tomorrow night at 6:30. Or 6, sorry. They're on at 6
Okay,
o'clock
then what's
tomorrow.
Friday?
I mean,
So what's Friday then? Friday must be the fun thing. I mean, not that Dan Price isn't going to be fun. But I'm guessing Friday must be the fun activity thing he was talking about.
okay, Tyler said yes. So yes, he would buy our merch. What kind of merch do you want us to make? Again, do you want us to make hats? Do you want us, or we'll just make hat? Girl Mode said shirts or socks. I like socks because she has a big head. You know, our kid has a big head. That's why his shirts are always 2 times bigger than what he's supposed to be wearing. So hats.
You say socks, so like crew cut or like knee high, like what size socks? Like
what style socks, Ashley?
knee
Be
high,
different from just
crew cut,
nerding and make
thigh
hats.
high.
Okay, Tyler and Zach will say hats because we need to be different from just nerding and make hats. And she wants crew socks.
If I do hats, I'll probably do trucker cap.
Well, yeah, because you like the trucker cap style.
Yeah, if I do hats, I will actually be different. If I do trucker caps, that's the only ones I can actually wear for more than 20 minutes.
Koozie? You want a beer koozie? Really? Or make a
Soft
big bean?
or metal?
And he wants a koozie. Girl Mo said beanie because she has a big head.
Make beanies with brims?
Ooh, I love a good brim on a beanie.
Bring it back to the fucking early 2000s? So Tyler, for the koozie, are you talking like the soft like foam ones, or the like the metal ones where you drop your drink down into it? Which I think I actually have one in here. Wait! So much junk in the way. Don't drop the camera.
Uh-oh. Tyler's thinking about it because he's not sure. But I'm writing this all down. This is the production meeting. Our listeners, our fellow listeners,
Are
and
you
our
talking
good friends.
the soft foam ones that you get like at like a sporting event for free, or are you talking something like this where you open it up, drop your can, and you got the sleeve for the skinny cans? I think these are nicer. Like I got these ones for free because I used to work somewhere and we got free gifts when we bought too much more money than anyone should, and well, the company had my name, so.
Oh my God. I don't know if I can read that out loud, but there you go.
What Saks?
Yes.
You gotta give her your lifetime. Like, I mean, flared base.
And Girl Mode says, hell yeah.
Big heart-shaped flared base.
I call you people my friends. No, I love you guys. But maybe something.
We can make it look like a unicorn, and the horn be the plug.
That's a special one for Sacramento Deadpool. We can do that. We can probably custom order that one for him. And Bob. I think Bob might like one too. A happy sock? No, Tyler, you don't get a happy sock. And it's supposed to be your favorite sock. A special sock. It's supposed to be your special sock.
What, we're going to sell socks one at a time?
We could. Make girl mode have to spend more money trying to get a pair of socks. Sacramento Deadpool would call it pink eye. Special. Right. Yeah, we'll make a line of just special socks.
Oh, that's a good way. Yeah, Pinkie Pie. The pink my Deadpool backpack, and I have the stuffy of.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to soften that piece. Soften the crack. Well, to soften this crack. What tool do you use to soften your crack?
So now that we've gotten a rough...
What tool would you use to soften Yoda's crack?
Huh?
What tool would you use to soften Yoda's crack?
What tool?
Yeah, I have to soften Yoda's crack. It's too deep. And I'm using this little one with a little dubby ball on the end. And now you can kind of see the tip. Just using the tip, and I'm shoving it in his crack and stuffing down stuff back in there.
Oh my god. Okay, well, back to what I was gonna ask the chat. Since we have a rough idea. Tyler, don't be gross. Lube usually... Sacramento Pool says lube usually loosens crack pretty good. Tyler said lung butter and making me feel sick just thinking about that.
Not loosening. I'm softening it. I gotta fill the crack. The crack's too deep. Yeah. I gotta smaller.
Okay, well, they misunderstood, but they're being gross.
Less of like a creasy crack.
Yeah, they don't want me to snort. They want me to gag. That's what they want me to do. Since what images do you guys want on the merch? Just our logo? Do you want like variations of our cosplays, or us to have a saying? Like what are you guys?
I did have a couple ideas for something like that. So one of the things is we know a lot of artists out there. So I was thinking about some of the artists we know that work on these shows, like maybe the watercolor guy. I can never remember his name, but he's a great guy, really nice guy. Check his booth out. He's probably going to be at Sac Anime weekend. If not him, his friend will be running it for him. I want to get different styles, different guys, and then I will get a picture of us with our big logo behind us and get them to paint it style. And and kind of us all doing our roles. So I mean, Bruce up front doing his bluey thing. Oh goodies, Wi-Fi's being up on again. It's you over there with your laptop and your phone doing all this media stuff, and then me holding way too many tools, kind of fumbling things together, holding like freaking hot irons and glue guns and drills and all kinds of stuff, foam sticking out my arm.
So basically, an
Overloaded.
image of what I'm doing right now with the laptop right here, my phone's right there. I have a notepad over here and a calendar.
Yeah, but standing up, which at some point we are doing We Bear Bears, and it is on purpose who is which character.
Because
So
they match
she
us.
is Pan Pan because Pan Pan is the one that sits in his phone and just is always in his phone. Bruce is Grizz, the one with bad ideas, always doing weird stuff, and they're Ice Bear is the freaking protector and the one that gets it done. He's the one that keeps just kind of like, okay, this is what we're doing, and he'll just grab a freaking axe and go do it, or a hatchet or whatever. Although that robot's attacking, cool, smash you an axe. So I'm Ice Bear.
Sackful says we need to do the Power Ranger versions of them from that one episode.
We actually talked about that at one point, and bringing them to Power Morphicon if we do it.
That would be great. Everyone would fucking love it.
Yeah.
We would get Sack Geeks way more attention at their table.
Also, the way a bear stack works for We Bear Bears is Pan Pan, Grizz, or
no, it's Ice Bear, Pan Pan, Grizz.
Ice Bear, Pan Pan, Grizz. So Ice Bear is on bottom. So basically, when we took pictures, I'll end up freaking kneeling down onto my hands and knees. Bruce will climb on my back, and then you'll stand above him, kind of leaning forwards. And I will get smushed. And Bruce will claim, "Oh, I'm being crushed," when he's sitting on me.
Yeah, because that's what he does.
That boy is so dramatic. Which, I mean, works when he's on stage. It's kind of annoying other times.
Yeah.
Okay. So, got the chin cracked into it. Perfect? No. But it's close.
Oh, and there's 2 minutes till graveyard.
Okay, well, do you want to go over the shows one more time?
Sure.
Yeah, go over the show one more time, and then I will show where we are with this and what we got through, and we'll wrap her up.
All right, guys. So to sum up, this coming weekend we will be at Sac Anime Roseville. Definitely Saturday, Sunday, maybe Friday. You'll only see Bruce and Jeff. Don't forget to say hey. Sunday, Reptar will be there passing out Easter surprises. So don't forget to grab some. And then the weekend after that, we have Sac Toy Con. Stop by the Sac Geeks table there and say hi, win a rubber ducky, spin the wheel, and get other prizes. And if you're not there and you're in the Fresno Clovis area, go over to Weekend Blender and check it out over there and say hey to Cindy and Pete for us. And then after that is NovaCon in August. And that is the April wrap-up of our conventions. So then, Yoda.
Let's see. I'm actually going to go that one. Okay, so let me tilt that up a little. couple things here. Oh, wrong way. That's the Reptar you're looking for. Right there. And that's
Here's
the
a
basket
ball.
that I'll be holding. Right there. But
There.
this kind of creepy looking thing on the camera
Yeah.
is going to be Yoda. This is what we've gotten done so far. So we mostly focused in this area. We got his chin built out some, that little crease line there. We added the rough markings into his lip and his top of his nose. We built out his nose some. We shaved down his unibrow into eyebrows. And that is about what we got through so far. I will try to throw a camera on this for at least chunks of it when I work on it, and see if I can't throw together a build video for this when we are done with this series. But basically, this is what I've been working off, and you can see the little crease in his chin there. Let's get up here. You can see the little crease in his chin down here. And then his kind of the wrinkles in the lip there, the bubble nose, and then we made the break. These little pieces up here. I will be making chunks of clay into that, and then just kind of doing work the rest of the way up, and then blending them all. And then past that, it's need to make eyelids, and then we're doing a lot more texture work, and then we can cast it. So, if you guys are interested in this, I'm going to try to be. Next week, what we're going to be working on is more the rest of the costume. So we will probably have Bruce in house for most of it, and we will be working on getting his robe, making the little metal thing that hangs on his chest. I don't know what that is exactly.
His necklace. His necklace.
A little bling charm there. I've made it once before, but I want to make it better. So I already have an idea of how to dig out the stuff. It is in a box up there. And let's see, he has we're going to have to slice his stick to fit properly, because he has a stick that he's had for a couple of years that's been called the Yoda stick since he got it. This is a costume that's been around longer than our cosplay group. So this costume,
when he was a toddler.
Reno. Yeah, back in Reno, this costume's been in the works for a good 5 years. So, we will see you guys next time. May the 4th be with you, and be a maker, not a hater.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. Win hammer. Boom, boom, sticks. Bye-bye.